Hello po mga kapatid, kamusta po kayo sa inyong mga tahanan? Sa pagkakataong ito, ako po ay maghahatid sa inyo ng mga mensahe ng ating mga kapatid mula po sa ating Pacificasia field, na sila po ay narito ngayon at magbabahagi po ng kanilang mga mensahe na inaasahan po natin na siya po magbibigay po sa atin ng ating pag-asa sa gitna po ng pandemya ang ating nararanasan. At ito nga po, tunay nga po sila ay inaalala po nila ang bawat isa sa atin na kahit po sa ganitong pagkakataon ay nais po nilang ipaabot ang kanilang mga mensahe para po sa ating lahat, para po sa ating pagpapalakas at pananatili po ng ating pananampalataya. At ito po ang kanilang mga mensahe upang sa ganun ay patuloy po tayong bigyan ng pag-asa sa nararanasan po nating pandemya sa pagkakataong ito. At nawa ang kanilang mga mensahe ay patuloy nga pong at tunay nga pong maging biyaya po sa bawat isa sa atin sa pagkakataong ito. Alam po natin na hindi pa po natin alam kung kailan po matatapos ang pandemyang ito, pero alam din naman natin na ang Diyos ay patuloy na buhay at nagbibigay sa atin ng kanyang gabay at pagkalinga sa bawat isa sa atin. At sana po sa atin ay maging bahagi po ito ng pagpapatibay po ng ating pananampalataya, at nawa tayong lahat ay pagpalain po ng ating Panginoong Diyos sa kanilang mga mensahe. Narito po ang kanilang mga mensahe.
A situation out of anyone's control. Uncertainty about the future, with many quickly losing hope and their sense of purpose. It's the moment when Jesus and his disciples are out on a boat in the middle of a storm, surrounded by growing swell, salt water spraying over them as the waves punch the sides of the boat, the wind howling in their ears, and the constant unease from a rocking and bucking boat. Many times I've heard people talk about what the disciples may have been feeling in this moment. Panic, uncertainty, fear, even hopelessness. But one thing I never really considered until recently, until living through this situation that we all face in the pandemic, is the disciples' complete loss of power over the situation. In the midst of the storm, there was nothing they could do to stop it, to change the situation. There's a complete lack of control over what they could do, and in the scripture you can sense their frustration, their fear, uncertainty, and panic. And so they call out to Christ. They wake Jesus up and desperately desire his input into the situation. They yearn for him to help them. And Jesus says, "Do not be afraid. Do you not have faith? Am I not with you even in the midst of this storm?" So while we are rocking our way through this terrible storm, uncertain and often feeling powerless, Jesus comes to us and says, "My community, my disciples, do not be afraid. I am with you. I can help to calm your storms. Look to your faith."
On the second day of the new school year, little 5-year-old Evie arrived with her mom, and both saw another little girl standing in the corner alone and clearly frightened. Evie's mother asked if she was okay, but the little girl was so scared she couldn't respond. The mother motioned to Evie to try and help her. Little Evie walked towards the girl and extended her hand and said, "I can help you find your room." She took the girl's hand and said with resolute confidence, "Everything will be okay." Over the past 18 months, people around the world have faced a pandemic and other national crises. In our isolation, we have felt hopelessness and fear of the unknown, the same feelings this little 5-year-old felt. And yet it was another 5-year-old who stepped forward, extended a loving hand and comforting words. The words we all yearn to hear again. Everything will be okay. If we will trust in the loving human spirit that God has endowed every creature, then we will find these words true again. The words of counsel to the church in 2007 continue to speak to us in these challenging times. Collectively and individually, you are loved with an everlasting love that delights in each faithful step taken. God yearns to draw you close so that wounds may be healed, emptiness filled, and hope strengthened. Let us trust in this counsel and in Evie's reassurance to another. Everything will be okay.
N'aie pas peur est mentionné 365 fois dans la Bible, comme une promesse pour chaque jour de l'année. Nous ne serons plus comme avant. Nous ne pouvons pas revenir en arrière. Nous devrons avancer dans un avenir inconnu, fort, uni et meilleur. Cela nous demandera d'apprendre, de prendre des risques et d'oser. N'ayons pas peur. Voici un poème intitulé La peur de Khalil Gibran. On dit qu'avant d'entrer dans la mer, une rivière tremble de peur. Elle regarde en arrière le chemin qu'elle a parcouru depuis les sommets, les montagnes, la route longue, sinueuse qui traverse des forêts et des villages. Et elle voit devant elle un océan si vaste qui pénétrer ne paraît rien d'autre que de voir disparaître à jamais. Mais il n'y a pas d'autre moyen. La rivière ne peut pas revenir en arrière. Personne ne peut revenir en arrière. Revenir en arrière est impossible dans l'existence. La rivière a besoin de prendre le risque et d'entrer dans l'océan. Ce n'est qu'en entrant dans l'océan que la peur disparaîtra, parce que c'est alors seulement que la rivière saura qu'il ne s'agit pas de disparaître dans l'océan, mais de devenir océan. Gardons foi en Dieu, foi en soi et foi en l'humanité. Merci à tous pour les services, les gestes de solidarité, les prières. Les circonstances sont dures, il faut le dire, mais notre réponse nous rendra forts si nous nous unissons pour agir, choisir pour le bien commun et devenir cet océan. Oui, nous souffrirons, nous serons séparés, et peut-être que la division cherchera une faille dans l'unité. Ce sont des sujets que les Écritures nous ont déjà enseignés. Ce ne sera pas la fin, mais une opportunité de nous relever, d'édifier ensemble et d'écrire une nouvelle page, un nouvel avenir. Dieu a des plans de paix. Chacun est précieux dans cette mission.